If you ever find an old cassette tape in a dead person's house, do not press play. Not even once. Because some voices don't stay in the past. Some voices wait for you to listen, and then they learn clothes to donate, furniture to sell, photographs to keep. It was slow, heavy work, the kind that makes your chest hurt, even when your hands are just folding sweaters. Some days I got through 3 Bow Part 2. The first time I pressed play, I didn't have a cassette player. Nobody does anymore. So I drove to 3 different thrift stores before I found an old boombox, dusty and covered in stickers. Part 3. Something is different the next evening. I wanted to hear her voice again. I made tea, sat on the floor in the same spot, and pressed play, already smiling before the static even started. Part 4. I try to explain it away in the morning. Sunlight helps. It always does. Fear that feels enormous at 3 in the morning shrinks down to something manageable once the sun comes up, and he said she'd been a normal woman once, cheerful, always waving from her porch, always bringing over extra vegetables from her garden. Then, in the last year of her life, something changed. She stopped. God help me, I had prayed exactly that more than once in the darkest weeks after the diagnosis, when I understood for the first time that she was actually going to die, and there was nothing. I sat bolt upright, heart pounding, and there was nothing there. Just the smell, fading slowly, like she had walked through the room seconds before I opened my eyes, and I had simply missed her by a he. I woke up at 3:17 in the morning to the sound of static coming from my kitchen. Part 9. The voice doesn't need the tape anymore. I lay frozen in bed, listening. The static was faint but unmistakable, and Sarah, I don't need the tape anymore. I never really needed it. It was just a door. Now that you've let me in, I can knock on any door I like. The microwave radio clicked off. It's little green. It was a good explanation. A comforting one. For about 4 days, I let myself believe it completely, and those 4 days were the closest thing to peace I'd had since the funeral. Then Dr. Reyes, I unplugged my microwave and bought a new one without a clock function, without any digital display at all, the plainest, dumbest appliance the store had in stock. For a while, it seemed to work. Weak.